What are your goals for 2021? What's your plan? What is it that you want to do? Better question. What is your goals for beyond 2021? What's your goals for 2025? What's your goals for 2030? You know what I mean? And it has to be more than just material shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to say, oh, I want to get a big ass house like this house right here. You know what I mean? Like, look at this shit right here. Look at all this Christmas decoration they got up front. You know what I mean? Like, look at all these houses. I need to change my signal. I'm gonna go this way. Go this way. Look at all these big ass houses. That just can't be, like, everybody has that goal. Oh, I want to get a big ass house. That's easy. I know people on Section 8 got houses this big. So that it gotta be more than that. Sometimes what I've realized for myself is that my goals weren't big enough. When I came to VL Trucking, I had a very small and specific set of goals to accomplish. Nothing too crazy. Is that a dog or a person? Oh, that's a person. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, I had a very short, small list of goals that, if I'm being honest, this just wasn't challenging enough for what I was capable of doing with a situation like VL. And so what I'm trying to say humbly is that I obliterated those goals. Like, it just, like, that shit was just super easy. I did everything I wanted to do and then some. To the point now where I'm left like, okay, what's next? And that's where it gets tricky. Because what's next is where a lot of people get lost. What do you mean by that, Jay? I'm so glad you asked. What I mean is that you get stuck in that void of, you've done everything that you set goals to do, but yet you still have so much more potential, but you run the risk of wasting that potential because you're too lazy to come up with a plan to keep moving forward, or you're just too lazy to keep moving forward, or you're just too you become complacent and you think, oh, this is good enough, and you end up settling for just having a big ass house, and a nice car, when you could have a big ass house, a nice car, and then 3 other properties that you rent out. Or you can have a big ass house, a nice car, and a summer vacation home. And then granted, yes, it all depends on what a person wants, because everybody doesn't want those things. The point I'm trying to make is, stop limiting yourself, or stop holding yourself back because you're too lazy, or you keep procrastinating on writing some goals down. It's just that simple, people. You would be surprised, and I learned this for myself, when you actually take the time to write shit down and think on it, how much more energy you put to accomplishing those goals. A lot of people, like, I know for me, for a long time, I said, damn, that house nice as fuck right here. A lot of people would just, like, say they're gonna do something. Say it. And you never write it down, you never put no action to it, you just keep saying it. And what ended up happening is you just become that guy in his 40s that be like, yeah, man, I had all these big goals and all these dreams and blah, blah, blah. And what ends up happening is you become a hater because somebody else comes and do what you say you gonna do. Like, I'm gonna be a buck with y'all, man. I used to feel a certain type of way when I used to say I wanted to lease a truck, or I wanted to be an owner-operator. Oh, let me pull over so this guy can go around me. I'm just cruising and shit. Looking suspect, a black guy riding around this neighborhood, boy. I can only imagine what kind of phone calls being made right now. But my shit legit, so I'm cool. But anyways, yeah, you know, I used to get frustrated, or not frustrated, but I used to feel some type of way when I used to tell you guys, oh, I want to be an owner-operator, lease operator. I want to have, you know, a situation like the situation I have now, do this and do that. And, you know, I was still a company driver, and my career was going lackluster. And yet I'm watching people who were like subscribers of mine, and don't get confused what I'm about to say. I'm not hating on anybody, but I would watch people who would come and comment and say, yo, I've been driving trucks for 2 years and I've already done this, and this. You know, I've been driving trucks for 3 years and I already got my authority. And I'm like, fuck, I'm 4 or 5 years in and I ain't even sniffing a truck. He got an authority. And now granted, some people get on the internet and say whatever it is they want to say. I mean, that's a fact. People just do that. But, you know, some people aren't lying. So if I'm holding them and saying that they're true, it's just, you know, but I can't get mad at them. Here's the crazy thing about trucking, or just in life in general. We all have, for the most part, because there are some things that some of us have that others don't, and I'm not going to get into the specifics of this video, because that could take a left turn and turn into a race thing that I don't want to bait people into or make them feel like they're being baited into. But for the most part, we all have the same opportunity to do the same things. For the most part. Or at least put it like this, the people that we hate on, we have the same opportunity, because, you know, it's only a certain group of people hating on a certain group of people. The other group don't hate on the other group because they just been programmed not to hate on that group, but they've been programmed to hate on the other group, and I'll just leave that there and let your imagination do the rest. But for those who know what I'm saying, if you know, you know. But the people that we choose to hate on, we can do the same thing they doing. We could have done the same things that they have done. We could be in these big houses right now. But you know why we not? Because we haven't put together a plan. Or we've put together a plan, but we haven't started taking actions to make the plan work. We haven't put the groundwork in. We haven't done anything. We just talk. Talk. So I ask you again, what are your goals? What are your plans for 2021, 2022? And I hope wherever they are, I hope you're writing them down. And I hope you're working towards them, man. I really do. I think if more people start accomplishing their goals on YouTube, there'll be less beef on YouTube. Because don't nobody care less about what the next man think than somebody who's doing exactly what they want to do. I promise you. I can guarantee that. I stamp that. That gives the ATruckerNamedJay stamp of approval. Don't nobody care less about what the next man think than the motherfucker that's doing exactly what he want to do. It'd be the motherfucker that's hating or wishing that they was doing something else, or wishing they was fucking somebody else, or wishing that they was driving something else, or wishing that they was living somewhere else, that got all the time in the world to hate on the next man. But the motherfucker that's doing what he want to do, he could care less. Please believe it. You think any of these people that live out here in these houses with these nice fancy cars and shit, and I know sometimes this shit could be a front, half of these niggas probably struggling, but that's another point for another video. But the point I'm making here is, do you think that any of these motherfuckers out here is thinking about what me or anybody that's living in an apartment thinking about or saying? You think any of these people out here care about what anybody on Section 8 is saying? Hell no. Hell no. They don't give a fuck. You know why? Because they're doing what they want to do. They're chilling in their big ass house. Probably beating their dick, smoking some weed, or who knows what. So the moral of the story here for this video, get you some goals, man. Figure you out a plan. Put it in action. Do what you want to do and keep working towards it until you get there. That's true happiness. Stop trying to get up here and fake the funk to people who don't give a fuck about you. Because that's what a lot of y'all are doing. New YouTubers and old. A lot of y'all are up here faking the funk. And it's obvious. How I know? Because once upon a time, I was trying to fake the funk too. And it's cool, man. We all go through it. But somebody got to call it what it is. You know what I mean? Get you some goals, man. Work towards them. Keep pushing. Get to a point where you can do exactly it is what you want to do, because settling for anything else ain't going to do nothing but make you miserable and unhappy. And that's all I got for this video, man. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out.